50,000 years ago, the sun is setting. A family huddled around a small fire. Their eyes dart into the darkness, closing in around them. They are not just uncomfortable. They are terrified, but not of what you think. They are not afraid of the cold. They are not afraid of predators. They are afraid that the dark is alive. And they were not entirely wrong. To understand this fear, you have to understand their world. There was no electricity, no streetlights, no phone with a flashlight. When the sun went down, everything changed. It did not just get dark. It got different. Sounds shifted. Nocturnal animals woke up. Temperature dropped. And most importantly, they could not see. Human eyes are built for daylight. In complete darkness, we are nearly blind. Ancient humans knew this, and they knew what that meant. But they also believed something else, something we are about to uncover. In almost every ancient culture, from Africa to Europe to Asia to the Americas, darkness was not just empty space. It was inhabited. Egyptian burial rites were designed to protect the soul from creatures that stalked the dark underworld. Indigenous Australians believed the dream time was alive at night, a spirit world that moved when the sun left. Norse cultures believed monsters and giants walked freely after sundown. Greek mythology was filled with creatures that only existed in darkness. The banshee, the wendigo, the shadow walkers. These were not bedtime stories invented to scare children. These were real beliefs about the structure of reality. To ancient humans, darkness was not a place where bad things could happen. It was a place where impossible things existed constantly. And that is terrifying on a completely different level than fear of a lion. But here is where it gets interesting. Ancient humans were not completely wrong about the dark being dangerous. Sabertooth hyenas, cave bears, leopards, they all hunted at night. They all had far better night vision than humans. Ancient humans were the slowest runners in a nighttime ecosystem. They had the worst night vision, the worst night hearing for hunting. They were essentially walking prey. So what did they do? They invented fire. And fire did not just give them light. It transformed their entire relationship with darkness. Suddenly, they could stay awake all night. They could keep predators away. They could cook food. They could stay warm. They could survive. But fire did something else. Something scientists now understand completely. When you sit around a fire in the dark, surrounded by shadows, your brain does not just register safety. It sees movement. It sees shapes. It sees faces in the flames. And for ancient humans, their imagination filled in what the darkness hid. The fire kept them alive, but also trained their brain to expect the supernatural in darkness. This is actually why you still feel uneasy in the dark today. Scientists call it the hyperactive agent detection system. Your brain is wired to see patterns and presences where nothing exists. If you hear a sound in the dark, your brain immediately asks, what made that? Is it a threat? If a shadow moves, your brain says, something is there. Something is watching. This is not weakness. This is evolution. Your ancient ancestors were most afraid of darkness, who believed in spirits, who stayed close to fire. They survived more often. Their fear kept them alert. It kept them close to their tribe. It kept them from wandering alone into the night. Their children inherited that wariness, and their children's children, and so on for 50,000 years, which is exactly why you still run to the light switch, why you still imagine things in shadows, why you still feel that presence in a dark room, even when your rational brain knows nothing is there. You are not irrational. You are not weak. You are running on ancient survival software, written in 50,000 years of darkness and fear. So the next time you feel that chill, that ancient primal dread of the dark, remember what it is. Is the voice of your ancestors still trying to keep you alive? The dark terrified ancient humans not because they were primitive. It terrified them because their fear kept them alive. And now, that fear lives in you. But here is the deeper question. If ancient humans feared the dark because they believed it was full of spirits, what did they believe happened when a human finally entered that darkness forever? What did ancient humans believe happened after death? That is next.